Welcome. It is National Mulligan Day. I'm Rochelle Jackson, your non toxic lifestyle coach, wellness coach, and essential oil educator. I am bringing you a little bit different broadcast today. Wanted to share with you that today is the day of friendship and do overs. So if you're joining me live, please put hashtag live and your name, where you're joining from. And if you're joining on the replay, hashtag replay and your name and where you're joining from so we can interact. So if you don't know what a mulligan is, don't feel bad, first of all, because mulligans are a golf term. And if you don't golf, you might not be familiar with it. But basically what a mulligan is it's a chance that when you first don't succeed, you get a second shot. Now it's associated with golf. And there's 4 different historical perspectives as to where the term came from. I can't tell you which one is correct. But basically, what it is a do-over. So you take a swing and you whiff bad. You miss the ball completely. And you pick up the ball and say, I'm taking a mulligan. And your friends that you're playing with say, okay. They just let it go. They don't count the strike against you. They don't count it as a stroke. Or say you're in a sand pit and you just can't get out and you need a mulligan. Well, you can take one there too. So, but mulligans just aren't about golf. Mulligans are actually second chances for everyone. It's like getting a freebie or a do-over when the adversity of life happens. So we all have to have a mulligan from time to time. I know I do. The truth is, I probably need them every day. Some fun ideas for mulligans are, a leftover party or taking on something new and accepting that you fail at it, and doing it over. It's just that easy. So a lot of that correlates with the non-toxic lifestyle, and because it's not a perfect start. Welcome. Thank you for joining. If you're joining live, please hashtag live and where you're joining from. So we're talking about is National Mulligan Day, and that mulligans are a chance for friendship, a chance for a second chance. And I'm sharing it from a non-toxic living or lifestyle perspective, but it can relate to any kind of perspective. So it's really a sign of friendship. Pete Rose said once, if someone is gracious to give me a second chance, I don't need a third. So that's a mulligan. It's getting another chance. Dave Wilson, who's an author says, sometimes life gives you a second chance, or even 2. Not always, but sometimes. It's what you do with those second chances that count. So that's what I want to talk about. What do we do with those second chances that count? So Tia Mowry, an actress, also says, having a second chance makes you work even harder than you did the first time. And these are all very true statements. So it's really a second chance at taking a swing at whatever you want to take a swing at. Welcome. If you're joining live, please hashtag live. If you're joining on the replay, hashtag replay. And your name and where you're calling in from. So is everybody clear? Type a Y or an N in the chat box if you understand what a mulligan is. So looking, we got the opportunity to take a second chance. It originated from golf, and definitely a second chance at life in many ways. So if you are watching on the replay, please, again, type Y or yes if you're following what a mulligan is. If you're just joining, hashtag live. If you're watching on the replay, hashtag replay. And again, if you know what a mulligan is, type Y in the chat box or N in the chat box. So one of the things that's beautiful about mulligans is everybody gets a second chance. Everybody gets a second chance. So when you're out there on the golf course, your buddies, male, female, whatever, I use the term generically, don't question it when you say, I'm taking a mulligan. Now, if you do that a bunch of times, they will. But it's our first attempt at success rarely succeeds. It's just a fact. So the truth is when we're trying to start a successful business, or say we're trying to do something new, play baseball, ride a bike, our first attempt usually fails. So we need that mulligan or that second chance. And everybody has to take them in their lifetime. So with the non-toxic lifestyle, I've taken a lot of mulligans. I've made a lot of mistakes as far as choosing a wrong product or subjecting my family or my skin to some sort of toxin or chemical. And I take a mulligan. It's the only way to do it. I just threw away a bottle of Goo Gone that I found under my sink, and it should have never been there. But I had to take a mulligan because the truth is I threw it in the trash, and it should have been disposed of properly, and I didn't. So that's not great, but I'm taking a mulligan. Starting a business. If it were easy, everyone would do it. Right? It's not easy. And you screw up a lot. And there aren't necessarily guiding principles out there for you unless you have someone leading the way. So in starting my non-toxic lifestyle business, I had to take a lot of mulligans, and I had to learn from them. And basically, it's just embracing that I made a mistake, admitting my failure, taking a deep breath, and trying again. So what are mulligans? Mulligans are a sign of friendship and kindness. So if you're out on the golf course and your friend takes a mulligan, and again, if you know what a mulligan is, type in Y in the chat box. If you don't, type it in and type hashtag live if you're joining live and your name. But Everybody needs a mulligan, and they are a true sign of friendship and kindness. This is our opportunity to be the bigger person, to step aside and say, hey, everybody makes mistakes. It's that husband that comes home and his wife has burned dinner and he eats it and says, that's great, honey. He just gave her a mulligan. It's letting your kids have a mistake. They're not perfect. We expect them to be perfect every day, but they have bad days. Dear God, they have bad days. We have bad days. Why would we expect them to be perfect? So giving them a chance. Have a mulligan. So what I wanted to share with you were those simple thoughts on why today is National Mulligan Day. And I'm going to challenge you with who you're going to give a mulligan to today. This can be as simple as a mulligan on the golf course, or as complex as forgiving someone for a really wrongdoing that's happened in your life. And it's challenging. But remember, a mulligan is a sign of friendship and kindness. And today is National Mulligan Day. So I encourage you, actually, I implore you to put in the comments or send me an email who you're going to give a mulligan to today. And then also, if you go to my LinkedIn page, underneath my, let's see if I can point to it, my banner that looks like that, there is a bell. If you click on that bell once, it will notify you of all the important things. If you click on it twice, it will notify you of every time I post. And that's up to you. But with my new podcast, I'm getting ready to release episode 4 and a newsletter coming up and some classes and coursework that I'm designing. It's time to click on that button and get notified. So take a mulligan for yourself today and tell me who you're going to give a mulligan to. With all the gratitude and thankfulness I have, enjoy your mulligan.